guys, so in this video I'm going to show you the products that I have used up since the last video that I did, and I'm also going to share with you the products that I have since hit pan on and that I'm trying to use up. And I'm also in this video going to include products that I don't like, that I'm just going to get rid of. I wanted to show you what they were before I actually just threw them in the trash, because I think it's worth sharing with you guys why I don't like them, why they didn't work for me, and why I wouldn't recommend them to you. And I came across these products in the midst of cleaning out my collection, organizing it, and just, you know, I would pull out some of the products to try for a couple days and see if there was a reason why I hadn't used them in a while, and I would either put them back into my collection or I would just completely put them in this drawer to just get rid of them. So I'm going to start with the products that are actually, that I finished and that are empty containers and bottles. I just have a drawer here of everything. Okay, so the first thing, another bottle of Bioderma bites the dust. Do I even need to spend time talking about this? I feel like I've rammed this down your throats, but it really is just, it's a staple. I use it all the time. My friend Lizette actually sent me the Caudalie cleansing water and the Sephora cleansing water because she wanted me to compare them. So I'm definitely going to be doing a battle video of the three of them. I have used both of them and I definitely have an opinion about them and how they compare, so look out for that video. It should be coming soon. What else? I finished my lovely Jubblies. This was the breast cream that I got from Lush. I got this back when I was pregnant because they said it helps reduce or prevent stretch marks. I actually never got stretch marks anywhere on my, I only really use it on my breasts. Sometimes I put it on my belly, but I never got them prior to being pregnant. Since I've been breastfeeding, my left breast has a few stretch marks. But I will say once she was born, I stopped using this because she was breastfeeding. I didn't want to put anything on that she would ingest, safe or not safe. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. So I don't know if this would have worked to prevent them, but for me, a couple little stretch marks is worth not having a product that she's gonna ingest. But to finish using this up, because I didn't finish it up before I had her, I was using this on my stomach once I had her. And like I said, I didn't get a single stretch mark anywhere on my belly. So prior to pregnancy, yes, this worked. I didn't get any stretch marks. It was a nice product, like a Lush luxury product. But I now have them, so I don't know if this worked or not. But when I get pregnant again, whenever that may be, and I'm not breastfeeding anymore, if I'm not breastfeeding anymore, I would try this again and I would use it. I did really like it. I finished up a bottle of the Bumble and Bumble tonic lotion. This lasted me a very long time. I was using this pretty much every time I would get out of the shower on my scalp, and it was a nice like cooling, tingling sensation, and I would just kind of rub it in. And I really like this. I would repurchase this, but for right now I'm not going to be, because I'm using the Nioxin scalp treatment, so this is that kind of replaced this. But once my hair has stopped falling out due to being postpartum and I'm back to like normal with my hair, I will be repurchasing this product. A bottle of nail polish. This is China Glaze Something Sweet, and this is very similar to OPI Mod About You or Essie Fiji. This one was just kind of the one that I used the most because I found that it was the easiest to apply without being super streaky and needing a professional to do it for me. There is a teeny tiny little bit left, but I can't even get my brush in there anymore. And I still have the OPI one and the Essie Fiji, so I'm just using that. So I will not be repurchasing this one. I love this color of pink though, so if I didn't have other colors that were similar, then I would repurchase this. I actually have a battle video of like my milky pink nail polishes, so I'll link that in the description box if you want to see how this compares to the other ones I just mentioned. This lotion, Jessica Simpson Fancy Love. This was my tried and true very favorite perfume for the longest time, and I got this in a set with the perfume, and I've finally finished it up. I haven't repurchased either just because I'm trying to use up some of my other perfumes so I can kind of condense that collection. But this was okay. I mean, it was a scented body lotion. I wouldn't repurchase this. I would repurchase the perfume, but I wouldn't repurchase the lotion. Okay, I finished up this. This is the EOS Shave Cream. I feel like this didn't last me a very long time, but I did like it, and I will be repurchasing this. It was a very nice luxury product to shave. Before this, I was just using good old soap and water, which is drying. I like that you can use this wet or dry, and you have the option of using it dry, though I never did. You know, it's nice that if you're like you running out the door and you forget to shave your legs, you can quick do it without jumping in the shower. I never had to do it dry, but it's almost like a body lotion when you apply it, so I could see why it works so well dry. I finished these Aveeno Ultra Calming Makeup Removing Wipes. Back in the day, I had a video where I talked about makeup wipes, and I said I was struggling to find comparable ones to the MAC ones because I feel like those are by far the best ones I've ever tried. However, I don't like the smell of them, and when I was pregnant, I couldn't even tolerate the smell. And a lot of people recommended different ones that I've tried already and didn't really like, and some others I haven't tried. But I feel like these were the ones that I had the most recommendations for, so I went out and got them, and I really did like these. I would say that these are probably the closest I've found to my MAC ones. I liked the scent. It wasn't overpowering, and they were very wet. So they weren't like you took them out and they were dry already. Like, they had a good amount of product on them to really saturate the cloth. So I really did like these. I have two other nail polish bottles, actually. This is MAC Soiree, and this is Sally Hansen Gem Crush in Big Money. So the Soiree is the rose gold. Oily Rage is a dupe. This one is pretty. I didn't use this up on my nails, though. I actually made a nail polish ornament last Christmas, and so that depleted like 3/4 of the bottle, and I think I just used it up a couple manicures. But so I won't be repurchasing this. It's a little bit too glittery for me, but I did like the rose gold color, and though you cannot get this anymore, I would repurchase like a rose gold color similar to this, like Oily Rage. Another product from Lush that I finished is the Jungle Conditioner. It was in this tin. Still smells so good. So about this, when I first got it, I really loved the smell, and I think I even tweeted about how amazing it was because I would constantly get whiffs of my hair throughout the day. It smelled so good, but it was hard getting used to using a solid conditioner because it's just weird. Like, you take the bar and you kind of just like rub it down your ends, and it was just weird, and I feel like I wasn't distributing the product evenly enough. So I was kind of like, I don't know, but I loved the smell of it. And then as it started to get really used up, I was able to take like little pieces and kind of mash it in my hand and use it more like a traditional conditioner and just apply it. Like, it wasn't a solid bar anymore. It was just like little pieces, so I could mash them and just use them. And then I really liked it. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. I like the smell a lot, but I don't think it's enough for me to repurchase the whole bar and experience that again, like the whole solid thing. I'm not a fan of it. Laura Mercier Eye Basics in Wheat. This was my eye primer for the longest time. It lasted me forever. It's this nude color. Really like it. Would repurchase it if I didn't have 5 other freaking eye primers in my makeup collection right now, but I did really like it. It basically was my skin tone color, maybe a little bit darker than my skin tone color, but it held my shadow in place. I never had to worry about creasing. I really like this. I like the applicator on it too. So yes, would I repurchase? Heck yes. Okay, a lot of this stuff I just don't like anymore. I want to show you. These are 2 bath products I finished up. The Bath & Body Works Stress Relief Vanilla Verbena. This was a body wash and foam bath. I got this, I think, during a Christmas collection. It smelled okay. I've said it before, I'm not a huge fan of Bath & Body Works like signature line. I love their candles, and that's about it. No, I'm just kidding. I like their candles and I like their hand soaps for our bathrooms, but as far as body products, I don't think they're great. But I did really enjoy the scent of this one. This was the Sleep line of the aromatherapy, the nighttime tea. They no longer make this. I still have some bubble bath left over. I think this was from 2 Christmases ago. Last year I went in to get it again, and they didn't have nighttime sleep. They had, or nighttime tea. They had something similar. It was a tea something, but it was not the same, and I didn't like it. If they ever bring this scent back, I would be all over it. Because it smells amazing, but as far as like replacing it with something else, I love this scent so much. And also, my biggest complaint with this is it was really hard to like know when you're done with the product. I mean, you couldn't really squeeze anything more out of this, and then you could still see product. Like, I still see a little bit of product down there, but like it's really hard to get product out of this thing. And after days of like me trying to really use up every last drop, I was like, screw this. I have other lotions I can use. I have 2 Shiseido cotton pad packaging that I've used up. I will be repurchasing more if I haven't already by the time this video posted with the Sephora Friends and Family sale. I love these. Goes hand in hand with my Bioderma. A must-have at Sephora. Another exciting purchase. This was Benefit's Eye Bright, I believe. At the very last minute, the little thing fell out. You can see it was right there. The little stick in the middle of it fell out. So this is officially done. I really like this. I have since purchased the Anastasia Brow Duality in the Matte Camille and Sand Shimmer Pencil. This is a little bit more peachy, whereas the Benefit was a little bit more pinky. I think I prefer the pink with my skin tone as far as like using it to put it in the inner corners, put it on my waterline. For right now, I'm really enjoying using the Stila Topaz, which is more similar to the Anastasia Brow Duality color. But I did really like this product from Benefit, and it lasted me a heck of a long time. Very exciting. I finished 2 bottles of perfume, which I'm so happy about because my perfume collection had gotten a little bit out of hand. I actually haven't done one in a while, so maybe I'll do an updated one. But I really focused on just using them and not buying more. So the 2 that I finished were classics that I've had in my collection forever. Burberry and Miss Dior Cherie. Now, I've talked about this one recently because I think I had it in a favorites video. I freaking love this stuff. And they've changed it to now it's just Miss Dior. And a lot of people said it's the same scent, and a lot of people said it's different. I went into Ulta and I smelled the Miss Dior, and it's definitely not the same as the Miss Dior Cherie, which makes me really sad because this is definitely a perfume that I would repurchase if it was this exact perfume, but it's changed and I don't really like it. It's a little bit too feminine, if that makes sense. Like, it was too much when I smelled it in Ulta. This one has a little bit softer, sweeter scent, and I much prefer this. So this makes me really sad. I probably could find a bottle or 2 on eBay or Groupon. I feel like all the classics, like the Burberry, shows up on Groupon all the time. So I'm sure I'll be able to get this again at some point. If I really searched for it, I'm sure I could find a bottle. But I just have other perfumes right now that I'm really liking and other ones that I want to try. So I won't be repurchasing these anytime soon. But I really liked them while they lasted. I feel like I have a lot of good memories with wearing those perfumes. Let's see. Okay. I have this little L'Occitane hand cream. This was the Date Bouquet, the limited edition one. I really like this. If they ever release this scent again, I would definitely pick it up. It just reminded me of like Hawaii. It just has like that beachy, coconutty amazingness scent. I love it so much. I wish they would just keep stuff permanent that's amazing like that because it's so frustrating. And this was the Caviar Alterna Replenishing Moisture Shampoo, my little travel size. I took this with me to the hospital, but I've purchased the full size of these, and I really do like them. I have some new shampoos and conditioners that I've been trying, which I will include in a video in the future. But this was really nice. I really recommend this if you have dry, damaged hair. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Probably some of the best shampoo and conditioner that I've tried, and it's sulfate, paraben free, all that good stuff, free of all the bad stuff. So really like that. This is the Cebu Age Defying Eye Cream. This, I've gone through several of these. I'm using one right now. I have it in my bathroom. It's a really nice eye cream. I've said it before about eye creams. I just really feel like they're gimmicky. Like, they're not. It's nice to keep your crow's feet away, and it's nice to hydrate your under eyes because that tends to be more of a dehydrated area on your skin. But I've tried a lot. I really like the Bobbi Brown one too. I don't ever notice a difference. Like, I don't really have dark circles to begin with to see if that helps. I have a little bit of crow's feet starting, but I don't have like major. So I don't feel like I'm a good person to test out different eye creams. The ones I've tried, I feel like they all just do the same for me. Like, they just moisturize and hydrate my under eyes. So I do like this. I still continue to use an eye cream every night just because I think it's important, and I've been using the Origins Ginseng in the mornings. But this versus any other one that I've tried, I couldn't tell you the difference. Another product that I finished up that I was so excited about was MAC Charcoal Brown. And I actually depotted this one myself, so I won't be back to MACing this. I love this color. This is my go-to eyebrow color for years and years and years. I think this might have only been my first one. But I literally used up like every last drop of this. At the end of it, when I was really wanting to use it up, I was using it as a contour crease color. I have a backup of this in my train case, which I'm going to pull out. Love this color. Highly recommend it if you have similar coloring to me as far as like your eyebrows go. So I love Charcoal Brown, and I'm so excited that I finally finished that because I feel like I had seen the pan on that forever, for like way too long. Okay, so products that I'm getting rid of that I don't recommend. For one, this is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer. And this I bought, I think, last summer, and I totally forgot that I had it. I used it a couple times when I didn't want to use my Coola Face sunscreen because this was an all-in-one. But I didn't like that it's a very strong sunscreen smell. And if you guys have ever used sunscreen, you know what I mean. I didn't like it. It was really strong, and it was a little bit greasy, and it left a white cast on my face. And then the last month or so, I pulled this out, and I was trying to use it up, and I checked, and the expiration date, it was expired. I checked the expiration date. It expired April of this past year. So I'm just getting rid of it. It's a completely full bottle, which is really sad, but I'm glad that I got the small bottle and not the big one. But like I said, left a white cast, was very greasy, smelled funky. Wouldn't recommend this. This was the Benefit You Rebel. I loved this stuff for the longest time. It's a tinted moisturizer. Now when I've tried to use it, it's too dark for me, for one, and it's very, very greasy. And even I've set this a couple times, and I use this more so like in the summertime, like not recently, but in the summer when I was darker. Even when I would try to set it with powder, it's still, I felt like an oily mess. So unless they've changed the formula since I've had this. But okay. The Jordana Fabu liner, I'm getting rid of this. It's an okay product. I've talked about it before, but since I've tried the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Liner Pen, which is essentially the same exact product as this, there's no going back. I love that product so much. This one did the job, but it smudged very easily. I didn't feel like the wear time was very good. And though I thought it was a nice pigmented black, it's nothing compared to the Stila. If I can, I'll just swatch them both so you can see. So the Stila is on top and the Jordana is on the bottom. So you can just see it's streaky, it's just not very good. So throwing that out, putting that back. Same goes for the Hourglass Calligraphy Liquid Eyeliner. This is the Ebony, so it's brown. This I just feel like, I don't know if it just dried up, it expired, it's on top there. It's just faint. When I use it on my eyes, I don't really get a good payoff. I do remember really enjoying this though when I first got it and it was fresh and it was pigmented. I did think it was a really nice product, but it's dried out and dead, so getting rid of that. I still don't like it better than the Stila one though. This I'm sad about. I'm tossing this out. This is the Josie Maran Argan Color Stick in Rosy. I think I got this from QVC. I've maybe used this once or twice. It's just crap. I haven't had this that long, but it's completely like tacky, almost dried out. It feels gross. Has a rancid smell. Ugh, getting rid of that. This mascara, I actually used this up. This wasn't a product I decided to just not use anymore. I did use this up. This is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I have talked about this before. I don't think this is worth the hype. I know a lot of people rave about this. I don't see it. I don't think it was great. It didn't really do much for my lashes. It's completely overpriced for I don't know, for what I liked it for. I think the MAC ones that I've been using have been better than that. And the Hourglass Film Noir, so much better than this. This lip gloss, I finally decided to throw out. This has been in my collection for way too long. It's NARS Striptease. This has that plastic rancid smell. It was a nice nude color. I do not care for nude lips on me at all these days. I just look dead and lifeless. So I'm just getting rid of this. I don't know why I was hoarding it, saving it, holding on to it for no reason. Don't like it. Same goes for the MAC Dazzle glasses. I still had a couple of these in my collection that at one point years ago, I was obsessed with MAC Dazzle glasses. I think I owned every single one. Every time they released in a collection, I had to have it. It's just funny how we change. I'm just over it. It's goopy, it's sticky, it's glittery. Oh, that's the biggest thing. It's glittery. It just looks like glitter on your lips, and I'm just not into that anymore. So I'm going to be back to MACing this. I won't be throwing it away, but just so you guys know, you can back to MAC like completely full products. If you just don't like them anymore, they'll take them back. They don't have to be empty. This same goes for, this was a MAC Cream Sheen and Ever So Rich. Cream Sheens, I will say, are probably, if I had to choose a MAC lip gloss formula, it would be the Cream Sheens because they're not sticky. I feel like they're the only lip glosses that are not sticky. But they just don't really have good payoff. Like, it's just a sheer gloss. No matter what color you have, I just feel like it's a sheer gloss. This one was like a lilac purple, and it just had no color payoff at all. So getting rid of that. I'm also tossing out this eyelash curler from Shu Uemura, which I have had, I think my very first YouTube video that I ever posted was about this eyelash curler. If I can find that video, if I still have it on my channel, I'll link it in the description box, but I don't know if it's still up. But it's the 24 karat gold one. Shu Uemura has a reputation for having the best eyelash curler of all time. I will agree with that statement. However, mine is no longer gold. It's like silver. Like the gold has rubbed off. And I was speaking to a sales associate in Sephora a long time ago. She was recommending me the Shiseido eyelash curler, and I was like, oh, I have my Shu Uemura one, and she was like, but how long have you had it for? She said you're supposed to like change them, get rid of them every so often because they become faulty and can like pinch your lashes. And I know they give you like little replacement pads, but I had never heard of that before. That can go bad or like turn bad and become dangerous. I never heard that before, ever. But the fact that this is not any longer a gold eyelash curler, I just think it's time to get rid of it. I actually have a silver Shu Uemura, like a normal one, and I have a couple others, so I'm just getting rid of this one. It's been too long. And the last product that I have to tell you about that I'm not going to be using up or repurchasing are these Lush massage bars. You've probably seen these a million times. This one, and I have this one, which is the little heart chocolatey one. I feel like I get suckered into these every time I go into Lush, and it seems like such a great product, and the way they demonstrate it looks like it works wonders. And then I get home and I'm like, this doesn't work. I don't know why I bought this. I look like a grease ball. The concept of these is you're supposed to rub them in your hands, use the warmth of your hands to make these kind of liquefied, and then use it as like a lotion or a massage bar. Sometimes, like they say, when you get out of the shower, you could just rub it on yourself as a moisturizer. I just feel like it doesn't work. Whether my skin was still damp or my hands were hot and I warmed up this product, like right now, some of it's coming off on my hands. It just feels greasy. I don't feel like it's completely like luxurious and moisturizing. I don't feel like it's a lotion at all. Like I get such better hydration from my typical lotions. So like this one smells really good, but it's just a grease ball. And then when I do actually get to use it on myself, I just look like a shiny grease ball. It's not like a glowy, dewy finish to my skin. I just look greasy. So getting rid of those. Will not ever be repurchasing those. Okay, and then really quick, because this video is dragging on so long, I want to just run through the products that I'm trying to use up at the moment really quickly. This is the Chanel Tan de Soleil Bronze Universal. Holy cow, look at that. The product actually was collecting on the side, so I took my finger, I think, and I just took it out from the sides and smashed it into the middle. So I'm left with that. It's just easier to put my brush in there. So I typically only wear this in the summertime because it's like a little bit of an orangey bronze, but I'm just to the point now where I just want to get rid of this. Love the smell. I will miss the smell of it. Same goes for, this is funny, it's not all supposed to be like this, but it is, the Chanel translucent powder. This is a fail. I just want to get rid of it at the moment. I technically probably should just throw it in the trash, but for what I spent on this, I'm trying to just use it up as just a set finishing powder. The Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua. I don't even know how much is left in this. I feel like it's almost gone. Like I've had it forever and I use it pretty much all summer long. I have it in the shade 50 Beige. I know a lot of people said that this is loaded with like parabens and alcohol, and I hadn't realized that until you all brought it to my attention. So now I'm just itching to I really just want to throw it away. But I just feel really guilty. And the thing is, I love this product. Like I love the finish of it on my skin. I love how it looks. I love this. But I don't think I'll be repurchasing just based on all the crap product that's in it. It's so annoying, like for what you spend on Chanel, the fact that they use all those products. Like that's why I will never purchase a La Mer moisturizer. Like the fact that it contains mineral oil, which mineral oil isn't necessarily harmful. It just, mineral oil creates like a barrier on your skin, so it doesn't allow any of the product to absorb into your skin. The fact that you're spending close to, like, what is La Mer? $200, $300 for a product that contains mineral oil? Like, it drives me nuts. Same with the Chanel. Like, with what's included in this, we shouldn't be paying what we're paying. There's my little rant for the day. Another product I've hit pan on, this is from the Barbie Loves MAC collection, and this was the Pearl Sunshine Beauty Powder. And I know some people are probably going to say it's probably expired, but you just have to be careful. Like liquids, mascaras, yes, they have expiration dates. Don't go past that. But powders, unless they have like a film on them or smell funky, like I just keep using them and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I love this as a highlighter. Sometimes I even just use it as a blush. I was using this as just a blush for a long time in the summertime. I also hit pan on the Smooth Harmony Beauty Powder from MAC, which they have since re-released in several collections. I use this as a bronzer. I use this as like an eye contour crease color. As much as I would love to finish this like now, it's definitely more of an orange tone bronzer, so it's better for summer skin than for my skin now. So I'll be just putting this away until next spring, summer, and I'll just use it up then. Another little product that I hit pan on is Naked Lunch eyeshadow from MAC. I think this is my second or third. I'm just willing to just get rid of this at this point. Use it up, I mean. I'm not going to be repurchasing this. I feel like I have too many colors in my collection like it. This is another good product, Dr. Feelgood from Benefit. When I hit pan on this, I was so excited because this is a product that I have really enjoyed using, and not just a product I'm just trying to use up just to use it up. They actually recommend using this over your makeup to like mattify your skin, but I really enjoy using this as a primer underneath my makeup. I feel like it makes your skin look beautiful and poreless, and it just mattifies everything and gets your skin prepped for foundation. I was using this all summer in conjunction with the Vitalumiere Aqua, and I loved the results. So I also really like the smell of this. And also my makeup artist that did my wedding makeup, she used this. She was the one that actually introduced me to this product, and so every time I smell this, I just think of my wedding, and it just brings back really good memories. But it's a really cool product. It's like a very nice, has that like silicone slippery feel, but it just makes your skin look amazing. I would definitely repurchase this too once I get through my primer drawer. Bobbi Brown's Beach Honey Longwear Cream Shadow. I'm almost at the pan. This is a product I'm trying to use up. It's okay. It's a cream shadow. It's like a champagne color. I don't love it anymore, but I am going to still use it. I do like it. I've been using it just as a base, but I won't be repurchasing that. The Buxom eyeliner. What is this? Insider eyeliner. It's a twist up. I don't know if you can even see this. I'm right at the little nub. I technically could say I use this up, but I've been using this pretty much every day for it to just end. I like it. I have other products like this in my collection, so I won't be repurchasing this, but I'm glad to just have another eyeliner be done. MAC Pleasureful Blush Cream. this was one I've hit pan on, and this is a product I was trying to use up, and now I'm to the point where I think I'm just going to throw this away. I think this has gone bad. I don't like how it looks on my skin anymore. I don't feel like it performs the way it did when I first got it. I actually do have a backup of this in my train case that I'm going to pull out and see if the quality of the product is the same, but this one I'm probably going to chuck in the garbage. And what else? The last product that I have to show you that I have hit pan on, where is it? Is my Bobbi Brown bronzer, which I feel like this had like no product in it. I feel like I just purchased this like not even a year ago, and I wasn't using this on a consistent basis for me to already hit pan, but it's the bronzer that I have on today, and it's my go-to fall winter bronzer. It's that really pretty like contour color, like a chocolatey color. I love this as well as the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I use them kind of interchangeably, but I really like this. It's a really nice quality. I love it with the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush. So happy that I hit pan on that because I'm finally weeding down my bronzer collection. So that's everything. I'm sorry this was a long video. I didn't mean for it to be, but I thought it would be better to just include everything that I wanted to go over that's all related in this video, then separate them all. So I hope you guys have stuck around this far, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!